just haven't seen the desire to want to.
What?
No, can you let me fucking finish the goddamn sentence? Shit, I can't even get the first. Let me finish my fucking sentence.
Go ahead.
God damn.
Go ahead. Finish the sentence.
I haven't seen the desire to want to change his game and mold his game around being a better shooter. I understand that he is a freak of nature, that he is a great rebounder, that he is a great playmaker, that he has supreme vision and passing and can do all those other things. But if you're gonna shoot 39% from the floor and 29% from the from the 3-point line, you're not gonna be effective as effective as you need him to. Because even in the playoffs, if I'm dealing with Russ, I'm not like the one thing you seen with Russ and Paul George was when Paul George went cold, all you did, or actually, in order to make Paul George have a bad game or defend him, you either gonna load up on him or you're going to put a defender on him that's going to try to irritate him a little bit more, and then you're going to try to put the pressure on Russ to be able to make shots. And more times than not, he couldn't, which is why whenever Paul George he struggled and he had a bad game, usually Russ had a good game, but it wasn't a good game shooting from the floor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I always talk to people when I'm talking about possessions. It's a lot of possessions that Russ leaves on the floor with wide open misses, where the game could be 5 points, 6 points, 7 points, and instead it's 3 points, 2 points, 1 point because you can't make those shots. He has to go out and get better. I have not seen a desire from him to want to go out and become a better shooter. I have never watched that man play basketball and I'm thinking, yo, he finally found a rhythm shooting. Even Derrick Rose, I always just say Derrick Rose cannot shoot. He was slashing, he was driving, he occasionally hit big shots, he was a timely guy, but he never showed the desire to want to go out and get better as a shooter. Once he finally got healthy, last year, he went out, said he changed his whole form, talked to this guy, told you he changed his whole form, had the desire to go out and get better as a shooter. If Russ not going to get better as a shooter, it's not going to work. It's going to be the same thing as with Chris Paul, except for the guy's 6'4" and he's just going to be clanking off the rim instead of pulling his hamstring.
Here's my thing with Russ, right? His Russ is never going to be a great shooter, ever. Like, that's not who Russell Westbrook is. My thing is the 65% from the free throw line, we can't have that. But what I do want to say, he did get hand surgery after the season, so we don't know when he hurt his hand. Like, that might have messed up his shot. We don't know. Like, he might have hurt it in the playoffs, might have hurt it midway through the season. We don't know. My thing with Russ is get back to shooting 84% from the line. Because the man going to the line, he went 6 times last year. But you know why you go 6 times? Because you don't want to go in there because you ain't making your free throws. When the first year, when he averaged 31, he went to the line 10 times a night. If you can get to the line 8 to 9 times a night, shoot 80% from the line, then that discards the fact that you're not a great shooter. That's the thing I say about Ben Simmons. He don't need to get a jump shot. He needs to shoot free throws better. He's 6'9", 230. Nobody can stop you from getting to the rim. Once you like, if they playing you where they guard you at the free throw line, right? And they give you that much space. If you drive hard at them, they have to stop the ball. When they stop the ball, if they're going to foul you, you're too big. They have to foul you.
Yeah,
if you can shoot 80%, if you can shoot 80% from the free throw line, you kind of sort of eliminate some of these things. Everybody doesn't need to be a great shooter, but the free throw line, that's unacceptable. 65% from the line from your point guard, that's unacceptable.
No, it is.
That's unacceptable. Now look.
It's still a part of shooting. When people quote me true shooting percentages, the free throws are still a part of it.
That's
he
cool.
has to go out and show the desire to want to be a better shooter of the basketball.
If the man can literally shoot, when he won his first MVP, he shot 42% from the field, 34% from 3. If he can do that and shoot 85%, perfect.
42% from the field from my point guard.
I shot 84%.
Is it not? This is a real good. 42% from your point guard not atrocious?
No, that's not actually that bad. I mean, 40.
We just living in the era in which you see people like Steph put up crazy.
In a basketball game, you got to shoot at least 46, 47% from the field.
Yeah, he's shooting 42.
But there's a lot of people shooting less than that.
And yeah, but they not Russell Westbrook though. That's what I'm saying. You telling me they gonna be the most talented backcourt of all time? Well, I need to see it.
Well,
I got to see the effort.
Russ doesn't need the ball long. Okay. Russ just needs to get to the basket, okay? And even if he doesn't score, now he's got one of the biggest threats in outside shooting beside Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry to dump the ball to. That's gonna knock it down.
He had that in Paul George though.
No,
really? No.
Okay. And I mean, we're talking about shooters. Paul George isn't a shooter.
He's a shooter to me. No. Look at his numbers. Harden's not a shooter. Harden's an ISO player. Harden's not a shooter. You telling me you kicking it out to Harden and he a shooter? When you ever know James Harden to be a catch and shoot guy?
Because who
I saw Paul George do it his whole career. Paul George is more of a shooter than James Harden.
He's not a catch and shoot guy, but you let him get in rhythm, he's gonna knock that thing down. And most of it is from outside. So it's a dangerous combination. And he can get to the hole. I mean, all he has to do is sort of knock down a few. That's going to draw defense, and then you dump it to Russ, and he's going at you hard. So it's different than playing with Chris Paul, and it is. I think it's a dangerous backcourt.
My thing with because if he's playing with, and also again, you even said you've never seen Russ play with this much shooting around him, like never. Even when they played with KD, they had Roberson at the 2. You don't even have to guard Roberson. Serge Serge was there, but Serge wasn't the shooter that he is now when he was in OKC.
Yeah.
And
I don't think Serge is a shooter anyway.
But Serge is a better shooter now than what he was.
He's a guy. If I leave him open, I'm gonna close my eyes.
Rhythm, but Serge can knock down a 15-footer. He's pretty consistent, 15, 17 feet. So he's not somebody that will knock down a 3, every now and then. So he's not somebody that you just gonna forget about on the floor. And I mean, ask Golden State. I mean, shit, he kind of killed us a little bit there in the finals with
game.
And again, leave him alone. He's 50-50. That's what a lot of people think. But Serge is more than 50-50.
I agree, but again, you like my thing with Russ is the free throw line, bro. The 65, like that's the troubling thing. Basically, for your whole career, you've been around 80%. Then you go into last year, you shoot 73, and this year 65. I can't have that. If you can get yourself back to 80%, we good. Well, because you leaving you taking at that point. If you averaging 22, if you can get to the line more, you averaging 26.
Well, I think the biggest thing Russ got to get used to is that when he was at Oklahoma, he was the man, and James Harden was the understudy.
Yeah.
And now it's the reverse.
Yeah.
James Harden, this is his team, this is his show, and basically, Russell Westbrook is coming up under him. So that flip in power or whatever it is, is where Russ has to settle in at. He can't come in with that, I'm going to make this my team, sort of. That's going to cause. So
I agree with that.
That kind of thing that you got.
That is a dynamic that I feel like, especially when you working in the league. It's like I don't think people realize sometimes the human side to the league. Like things like that have a huge effect on you when you go out there on the basketball court to play. Like last time we was on the team, you was coming off the bench. Now you talking about I'm an MVP and I'm the man. I'm coming off averaging 36 points. You come up 36 points, semifinals exit. You coming off getting pretty much embarrassed in the first round. So this is my team, my franchise. I've been here. You got to fall in line with me. But again, I think that because of the fact they played together before, I think that and I would
both LA boys.
Exactly. And I would hope that they would have attained some friendship throughout the years and kept a friendship, and I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll see, the alleged power struggle between those two.
Yeah, I mean, I think they understand. LA cats are different, man. All the players that I ever had that was from LA, they different.
LA people are 100% different.
Different. But, but when they from here,